It was an ambush.
How many did you save? You did the only thing you could do. And you lost.
But we have no idea what we're dealing with.
This place has gotten in my head now.
You're here for what's in the basement.
I'm scared of what that might mean.
People died here! I told you that it's not make-believe!
Hello?
Welcome to this video. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere, and hold on tight from fans because season 3 is about to take us on a dark and twisted ride. We're diving into episode 2 titled When We Go, and the stakes have never been higher. We got a funeral, a terrifying pregnancy, and Tabitha's search for answers is leading her down a dangerous path. Plus, we will break down those first look photos. Episode 2 titled When We Go, and the synopsis is the following. Boy struggles to find a path forward as the town says farewell to one of their own. Fatima's health takes a turn for the worse, and Tabitha finds help from an unlikely ally. So Fromville is falling apart, and the tension in this episode is gonna be thick enough to cut with a knife. We're picking up right where that shocking premiere left us, and the characters are going to deal with the death of Tian-Chen. Boy's line,
It was an ambush.
instantly tells us that things are going from bad to worse, and Donna's response, how many did you save? This reveals the devastating reality. There were casualties, including the animals. But you know what I think? That this ambush was not just a random attack by the monsters. It's a sign that the town is escalating its assault, targeting the town's resources, its people, and its sense of order. And it's working. Donna's words,
How many did you save?
this highlights Boyd's growing sense of helplessness. He's struggling to protect the town more than before, and his authority is slipping away. Victor's dad line, he's saying,
I think you're here for what's in the basement.
this is chilling, and it suggests that Victor's past is connected to the town's secrets, or the truth is going to be terrifying. And Julie, she's starting to realize that the town influence is messing with her mind. She also says,
This place has gotten in my head now. I'm scared of what that might mean.
this is a warning. It could be a sign, foreshadowing of what might happen. Remember her, Marielle, and Randall were all trapped in the music box, so what happened to them? And going from the synopsis of the future episodes and an image of that episode, we know that they're gonna be working together, this Randall and Julie, so that's gonna be exciting. Now moving into Victor. He's not holding back, telling Ethan the reality of this horrible town. He's facing the brutal reality. Hey, people die here. This episode is going to be a roller coaster of emotions from what we have seen in the images. You know what? I'm seeing some major foreshadowing here as well. So look at this image of Sarah talking to Christy, the images at the funeral, they're going to hit hard. We see even Jim, Ethan, and Julie walking towards the church, maybe for the funeral. Their faces are filled with grief, and there's a sadness in all of the characters in those scenes. Obviously the town is saying goodbye to one of its own, even the audience is saying goodbye. But this is Fromville, where loss is never simple. It's a reminder of the towns, the way it can steal those moments of joy and connection. And you know what's going to make this even more heartbreaking? Seeing Kenny break down. That clip of him crying in the diner, destroying that jukebox, is raw and it's powerful expression of his pain. I'm getting those chills just thinking about it. This is going to be one of those moments that is going to stick with us long after the episode ends because it shows that the human cause of living in Fromville. I imagine the jukebox is going to start playing a song or maybe even a message to him, and this is going to push Kenny to destroy it. But let's talk about Fatima because all those clips of her are setting all sorts of alarm bells. We see her taking something out of her mouth. She's been experiencing those pregnancy complications. So yes, it's getting worse. And it's clear that some things is just not right. And this is where I think those theories about the lady in the kimono and that water imagery really are gonna start to connect. What if the town is somehow using that pregnancy, feeding off its energy? And Tilly, she's always lurking nearby, and her presence in those dreams is getting creepier. I'm starting to think that she's playing a much bigger role than we realize. This storyline is setting for a devastating twist, and it's going to have a major impact on Ellis and the rest of the town. But we need to talk about those drawings in Victor's father's house. But before that, the images show Tabitha eating some food. I imagine that she's gonna be hungry. Then you can see the drawings in the basement where he says this. You can see those children, the boy in white, a shadowy figure, and even a monster that looks like the lady in the kimono. And it's not just random art. It's a glimpse into Victor's past or even the town history. We even see the Civil War soldier. This is like a window into Victor's connection to the town's secrets. And what about the Pilgrim? I think this is a huge hint about Tabitha. It's like she's on a journey, desperate for answers and a way to save her family. And those drawings are going to be maybe a roadmap, a guide to uncovering the history of From, maybe even a way to return to the town. And you know what's really terrifying about episode 1 and the future episodes? It seems like the monsters are not playing by the rules anymore. They're bolder, they're not just attacking at night, and those scenes in the trailer where we see Randall being attacked is intense. He's totally exposed, vulnerable, and it's a reminder that in Fromville, no one is truly safe. Donna saying,
Why can't they leave us alone?
this captures the desperation and fear that's consuming the town that we're going to see in the upcoming episodes. Now, we also have another image of a pilgrim, which really makes me think that it's just not some random artwork either. This could be a clue, a symbol that's deeply connected to Fromville. You know how pilgrims are all about journeys, all about seeking a new life, a new beginning. It's like they're on a quest for something better, something beyond the world they know. We see some kids arriving by boats, so maybe it's connecting to what we have seen with the 7 children. One of the paintings is the rocks, so possibly. And it's what the characters in From are trying to do. They're searching for a way out of the town, a way to escape the nightmare. I think this pilgrim is showing Tabitha's journey. But this image is also giving me chills because pilgrims also show those who came before, those who tried to settle in a new land, those who often face conflict and tragedy. What if it's a warning, a reminder of the town's dark history, of those who were lost, those who were broken? But moving into Kenny, because the images show how this loss is going to hit Kenny the hardest. We see him in those first look photos. His face is a mask of grief, his eyes filled with pain. And you know what? It's gonna be a gut punch of a scene when he knows this, when he knows that his mother is dead, and how he's gonna resonate and react to with Boyd, but also is gonna connect with us on those we have experienced similar losses. And another question is, how will Kenny deal with this grief? Will he find peace? Will he turn to Christy for support? Or will he lash out, seeking revenge against the forces that took his mother away? We're always known Kenny to be level-headed, so the guy who tries to stay strong and help others. But here's the thing, this loss is different, it's personal, it's different for us as well. It's his mother, is the character that we have known since season 1. So yeah, when he triggers his outburst in the diner, it could be a memory, a song, or even maybe a vision. So I'm excited to see this scene. Whatever it is gonna push Kenny over the edge, and this is a release, a way for him to lash out against the pain, the anger, and the helplessness he's feeling. Also, we see those images of Boyd and Alice, and we see another image of Sarah going to Christy, maybe providing more information about what happened with Tian-Chen. So it's gonna be an intense episode. I cannot wait to see this, how the characters are gonna deal with all of this. It's the first big funeral for a character that has been in the series since the beginning, so that's a little bit sad. But what are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments below. My name is Christian from Being Premiere, and enjoy the photos. Bye bye everyone.